Hello! Hello, gamers! Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to Masterpiece Monday with your boy, Rocky Raigeki. How you doing, guys? How you doing, FBI? How you doing, everybody? It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Hey, Sunny! Sunny! How you doing? Welcome. Be drawing today. Today it's drawing day. Drawing stuff on my favorite art program. Krita, are we drawing Elden Ring? No, we're not. We drew Elden Ring a few months ago. That's a good idea actually, but I think I just want to do a chill drawing stream where I'm not like doing anything too crazy. You know, I'm just gonna do something. I just want to doodle something that I want to draw for a little bit. So where I live right now in Japan, there are a lot of these things called a lot of flowers are blooming, called hydrangeas. Or yes, they're hydrangeas and they're everywhere. A lot of different colors. As a matter of fact, there's an upcoming hydrangea festival near where I live and I'm participating in it. So I was thinking maybe I could just draw something incorporating these flowers. I know it's a little boring, nothing too fancy. But I really just want to doodle something today, guys. Not really in the mood for something grand or epic or anything too gimmicky. I was hinting at your game mode. Oh, is it really? Oh, dang. Hold on. Why is it Elden Ring? Oh my god. Bro. Okay, let's update it. It's not a mature game. We're not playing a mature game. Anyways. I think it should be updated now. Oh boy. Oh, the Elden Ring tryhard's gonna be like, oh my god, this doesn't look like Elden Ring. We can't escape the Elden Ring. Holy heck, sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, let's get started. Let's get drawing. Just wanna draw stuff. Don't you guys wanna draw stuff? Just wanna draw stuff. You know, a little chill kind of drawing stream. How was your day, Sunny? FBI, how you guys doing today? Why is my chat not updating here? Hold on. The chat from my phone isn't updating, which sucks booty. Oh, Freya's here. How you guys doing? How you doing, Freya? Freybe. Got Nadeshiko Aino is also here. Thank you for watching. Oh, who is this Freya fellow here? I just woke up 30 minutes ago. Good morning. Good morning, Sunny. Hope you have a nice day today. Hope the Rocky stream is a good start to your day. I'm just trying to make a little composition, you know? I'm trying to figure out where everything goes. So I'm just like drawing little balls here, you know? Trying to figure out where everything goes. Little puffs. Little puffs of stuff. You know, just trying to see where everything should go. Nothing needs to be too concrete. Okay. They should like kind of frame this, you know, with the leaves and stuff. You know? Who is this Freya fellow here? Dude, why is my chat so slow? Holy heck. Bro. Hold on, let me retry my Twitch on my phone. I need to see all the chat. Needs to refresh. Hi, New. I'm Sunny. Hi, New. I'm Rocky. Preston Queso Yuki. Can you guys hear the reactives? Or are they being covered? What's it called? The redeems. You guys hear the redeems? I hope they're audible. Hope they are audible. The blurps. You can hear the blurps? Okay, cool. How's your week, Frey? I haven't seen you in like forever. I missed you. Missing you. Missing you. I thought the Chaos group disbanded because like there was no more Freya, no more Caper. I haven't seen Puri either. It's just me now. Just me. I'm like Paul McCartney. Our band disbanded. I don't want to be Paul McCartney. Who the heck wants to be Paul McCartney? The heck? Paul McCartney? Sorry, Paul McCartney. I almost governed the France server, yeah. It was utter chaos without Freya. People were just posting AI stuff. You know? It's all they've been posting. I think there's too much of this this plant here. I think they should put less emphasis on the plant. It's not like I care about your concern or anything. It's not like I care about your concern or anything, Baka. 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 You sussy Baka growls at you. Growl. I had an extra few hours of work today. I had to do something extra after work today. It was kind of fun. I get paid extra too, so it's not bad. But as you could tell, I'm a little tired because of that extra bit of work. So I'm just taking it easy today. I hope you guys don't mind. Hope you guys don't mind. I just draw something kind of easy. Yeah. Draw something kind of easy. I don't really want to draw any freaking crazy dragons or anything today, or any requests like that. I want to do less and less of the freaking send me your OC and I'll draw them kind of shenanigans. Like, for one of the reasons why is like not a lot of people send their OCs anyway, so I'm like not getting any material anyway. And secondly, like, I kind of don't enjoy it. I'm like, sure, like it's free art, you know, why don't you just send me your thing? And even if I do them, I'm like starting to not enjoy them. You know, sometimes you just gotta draw for yourself, you know, just kind of figure out what you like. And just take a break from like drawing stuff that people want you to draw, you know? It's the only way you could like find joy in art again. It's when you're not doing it for your career or anything. Just like doing it for you. The ads? Oh, dang it. You do you. We're here hanging out with you regardless. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. There's some people who, like, I asked to give me their OCs and stuff. They show up for that one stream and they don't show up again. Makes me sad, but that's how it works. That's why I don't want to do those anymore. Like, oh, send me your OCs, I'll give you free art. You just watch the stream, I'll give you free art. And then they rarely watch the stream. And then when I do give them the art, they're like, oh, okay, thanks. It's not like I expect any more or anything. It's just like it's not fun. It stops being fun. You know? I bet it's Nebu. I come here for Thunder God. You could be staring at paint and I'll be there. That's good. I like it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I like how you guys are somehow attracted to my personality. Because IRL, I think my personality is pretty unattractive, to be honest. I'm pretty obnoxious IRL, I would think. I think your personality is very friendly and outgoing to be. Oh, thank you. If you only do things you like doing, people could watch you and be happy and passionate. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I do like drawing. I just don't like drawing for other people. That's a bad trait to have for an artist, I think. When I draw my friends, you know, I don't do it for my friends. I usually do it for me. I do it because I want to draw them, not because they asked me to. That's why I don't make money making art, guys. That's why I don't get commissions. Cause deep down inside, I know I don't want to get any commission. I don't want to be busy the whole day doing like something you want me to do. In a way, I'm kind of thankful for AI art, you know? Like it filters out the people who don't want to spend enough money to buy art. I'm like, okay, take those people. I don't need them. I don't want to do their art. Okay, I don't want to get paid $20 to do art. I'm good. I'm good. Kind of the same. I think you're a dork, but you're my bestie dork. Oh, thank you, Frey. Thank you, Frey. You're my bestie dork too. My bestie dork too. I went to I don't know if I told you guys. I went to an aquarium last weekend. It was kind of swag. I got to see a lot of fish. In a way, I think I conquered some of my fears. Remember I told you guys that I'm kind of freaked out by huge fish. There were a lot of huge fish in the aquarium. Holy heck! He was raising up a cute girl. Hey! It's private. Not wanting me to do random artwork for super under. Yeah, I don't want to do like art for super underpay. Yeah. I mean, if people devalue art, you know, like I don't really care. You can use AI if you want. Like I don't care. If you're not paying, you freeloaders. Huge fish are scary. They are. I saw this thing called wait, hold on. Let me just story time. I saw this thing called what's it called? What's it called? It's called Pira. Not a piranha. Pira something. It looks like this. Pira. Help me out here. Pira. It starts with a piran. And this fish. It looks pretty big. I think it's like this. Not a piranha. But it sounds like it. It's a big fish. And it's huge. It's huge. I'm like here. And it's like this big. It's like this big. I'm like, oh my god, yeah. I was tapping the glass. It's like staring at me. It's like, don't you? And what surprised me is this. There was a guy that was cleaning the tank, right? He's like scuba diving or whatever. He's like cleaning the tank. And then everybody just like starts pointing at this. Like, oh, mite, hora, oh, oh, oh. And I'm like, it's just a guy. Like people are so concerned about this random cleaner guy person. There's a whole bunch of beautiful fish, and they're all taking photos of this random dude. Here's Rock. How you doing, Orion? Welcome, welcome. I'd be like, where's the fish? Yeah. No, it wasn't really a date, guys. It was more like an art thing. Guys, don't get it twisted, okay? If you want me to tell you guys more about it, you gotta stop like seeing it as a date, okay? Because it's not, okay? It's just we're just art friends, and we went there to draw some pictures, okay? Be like, where's the fish, man? Where's the cleaner guy doing in the corner? Cleaning, yeah, he's cleaning. Dude, if you're a cleaner and you're just cleaning rooms and stuff, nobody notices you. It's like, oh, okay, that's the guy who cleans the room. But if you're a cleaner and you clean freaking fish tanks underwater, you're like a superstar. You're like instantly viral. It's like, hey, there's the guy. Aquarium. Yeah, we brought sketchbooks and we drew fish, and there was like a capybara too, and there was like a sloth and like turtles. It's pretty nice. And when we came there, it was free. The aquarium was free. They had like some kind of event. I don't know what event, but it was free for us, which rocks. I recommend going to the aquarium, not just for like dates or anything, just to hang out, you know? Yeah, I really like the aquarium. It was a cool aquarium too. Like they had like a fishing area where you could actually like fish. They had like a water park, like a mini water park. I'm trying to look under the turtle rocks in the exhibit. You'll find nunchuck and orange mask. What are you talking about? Nunchucks? You try to smuggle nunchucks in the exhibit? I went once last year with Stu. It was chill. Manta rays were super cool. You saw manta rays? That's pretty cool. The one I went to didn't really have that much ocean fish. It was mostly river fish, because where I live in Japan, we're not really near the ocean. We're not really near the ocean. It was like mostly freshwater fish. Mostly freshwater fish. There's a cool part about just chill drawing. I could read more of your comments, and I could reply to it more, because I don't really need to like make this pretty or anything. Like, you guys could ask me more about like what interests you, and I'll be like looking at it. Nagoya Port has a dolphin show? That's pretty cool. Will you take me to Nagoya Port? I want to see a dolphin show. I haven't seen a dolphin show since like SeaWorld in America. And I think they stopped doing them because they're kind of like inhumane. I think they stopped doing them now. They let you pet them? Like actual like manta rays? I've never seen like a petting manta ray thing. I've only seen like stingrays. You could pet stingrays. They like clipped off the stinger, and then you could pet them. Pet the babies? Naruhodo. Sure, I don't mind getting lost if you don't mind getting lost with me. I was so freaked out because I arrived to the aquarium super early. Like, it's because we agreed on the time to meet, right? But since I live in a small town, the buses come very rarely. So she said we should go there at like we should meet up at 10. But when I looked it up on Google Maps, the bus only like would either arrive at our destination at either 9 or 10:30. So I had to choose between arriving there at 9 or 10:30. So in my mind I was like, can I afford to be late or should I arrive an hour early? And I'm like, I mean, they're Japanese, so I don't think they would appreciate people being late. And I don't want them to like reschedule the time or anything. So I arrived there super early. And I thought there was like a kombini or anything to like chill out in, you know? But there wasn't anything else. It was just the aquarium. At least you didn't do Filipino time. Man, I feel that. I did that kind of transit a lot most of my life. 4-hour total commute and back all the time because of that. Yeah. And that's just a struggle of like not having a car or not knowing how to drive. Like I would learn how to drive, but like I'm not a master of Japanese yet and I can't read most kanji. So like it's a struggle. And you gotta learn how to like drive on the correct side of the road and everything. But in like the place where I'm from, you kind of have to know how to drive. It's kind of a necessity since our public commuting is kind of terrible. Cars are expensive, they are, but they're kind of necessary where I live. This is the kind of hair Zed likes. He likes like the ponytail that's kind of messy. I remember him telling me this. It's like, oh, I like the kind of messy bun, you know, kind of messy bun, like an anime character. It looks kind of weird because I think the hair is kind of tilted. The head is kind of tilted in a way where not all of it should be shown. I think it should just like be part of it shown, like this. That's fine. It's like a little rough draft. Hope you can get one at some point. Yeah, I was actually considering getting a motorcycle. A motorbike. But I imagine it's gonna be super hot in the summer with no air conditioning and like the engine's like right at your stomach. But they look so cool. What do you guys think? And they're cheaper than cars, and it's easier to get the license, I would think. It's cheaper to get like to a motorcycle school. A lot of pros and also a lot of cons. Rocky going for style points? I was actually more for the discount. I was going after like value. You know? Less gas, huh? Right? And it costs less than a car. I would imagine insurance is also small, like cheaper. Higher chance to die? You could die in a car too. You could die in a car as well. Right? I want to get those like easy riders, you know, like those scooters. No, you know the one that Gintama has, the one that looks like this, and you go like it's like this, and then you just sit like this, like a grandpa. I want one of those. A Vespa? Is that what they're called? They're Vespas. I kind of want one of those. They look comfy. You don't have to like tilt forward like a freaking Japanese bike. What's it called? Like a Kawasaki Ninja or something. You know, I don't need speed or anything. I just want like a comfy way to get to places. You know. People who buy cars for speed, kind of like, I'm kind of confused by. It's like, why are you buying cars for speed when there's a speed limit? You know, like what? You're not racing. What are you doing? I think I want like fuel economy. If I'm shopping for a car, I think that's the #1 thing I'm looking for. Fuel economy, because I'm a grandpa. I don't care about going fast. It's really dangerous depending on your driving conditions. If it's kind of like middle city versus countryside, probably super safe. And yeah, there's barely any cars, to be honest. Like nobody goes here. You usually see like a couple of cars. Like the roads I know, there barely any cars passing. It's like dirt roads. This is what a girl looks like. I probably need a reference. I'm just drawing freestyle, guys. I hope you don't mind. They're looking kind of funny. Just drawing freestyle. I'm not looking at reference. I'm just vibing, okay? I'm just vibing. I just want a comfy stream where I just draw whatever I want. Sounds like you'll be cruising, having a chill time. Yeah, dude. Get a Vespa. Get a Vespa. There we go. Do you have a car, Sonny? What's the model of your car? What do you recommend? Do you drive? I'm thinking a Japanese car would be nice. They're pretty cheap. Like a Toyota or something. Did you know Prius is just Toyota? You know, no, not Prius. Lexus. Lexus is owned by Toyota. And it's a made-up name, it doesn't mean anything. Lamborghini Urus? Lamborghini Uwu? Uwus? Are you driving your Uwus? Lamborghini Uwus? I used to have a learner's permit, then it expired, then I got it again, then it expired, and now I'm WFH, so back to nothing. What is WFH? What is that? I got lucky. One of my schools is a 2-minute walk. Hey, that's nice. 2 minutes. Nice. How's the school life? Teacher Freya. Wait, am I allowed to? Is that okay? I didn't ask you if that was public. Sorry. Oh, forget I said anything. Sorry. Work from home. Oh, work from home. I see. Nice. Everyone wants to talk. I only have one body. Yeah. What kids do you have again? It's like you got the little babies. Little babies. A teacher life. I think once you start being a teacher, it's kind of hard to leave the teaching position. Because then all of your work experience will be in education, and your resume will be filled with education. And then the only way up is to be like a principal or something. Or like a private school, I guess. Did you use the belt of chaos? The belt of chaos. Corporal punishment. It's not allowed in Japan. In Japan, you can't hit kids. Well, actually, I lied. In some like old school schools, like in some of like the freaking boony schools, they still do actually. It's kind of scary to watch. Why is she got like bedroom eyes, dude? The heck is this? The belt of chaos. Isn't it technically illegal? Technically illegal, maybe. I don't know if it's legal or not actually, but people still do it. Like some old people do it. Like really old teachers. Like back in the day, we smack kids around, and they still do. There's this one school that I know where like they have this abandoned room that nobody uses, and the staff just use it to smoke. It's just a smoking room. They don't use belts. They wrestle. They sumo you. They sumo the fray. Alright, it's not bad. Let's turn the opacity down. And let's go over it again. But this time with emotion. This time with emotion. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I just like drawing pretty ladies. Pretty ladies and pretty flowers. Just a girly theme today. Cause I'm baby girl. I'm baby girl, drawing some girly things. Sorry, it's not as manly as you thought. I too like drawing waifu. Waifus are fun to draw. Sometimes when I want to relax, I just want to draw waifus. When I want to impress people, I try my best to draw husbandos, but I'm really bad at drawing husbandos. I'm really bad. I could not get the faces right of dudes. I want to learn though. Wait, I think I want to use a softer brush for this. I think I want like a kind of like a pencil-y brush. You see this? That's a little weird. It's a little weird. Got like a little pencil kind of stroke there. Like a little sketch. I kind of like it. I think we'll keep it. So I'm gonna go over the whole picture with this. Make it even sketchier. You know? Ooh. I kind of dig it. Let's see it without the outline. Ooh. You know, sometimes Krita surprises me in the most pleasant way possible. This looks like it was drawn by pencil. It's pretty neat. I've never used this brush before in my life. This is the first time. You know, I only started drawing I only started noticing flowers once I'm here in Japan. I don't usually notice like the types of flowers that show up throughout the seasons, but like you'll start to notice that different flowers appear in different like months, almost like they have a schedule. You know, even the flowers have schedules. Like you probably know how like sakura blossoms only appear like early spring and all that, but it's for like almost every flower. Like right now it's hydrangeas, and later on in the summer it's gonna be like sunflowers. And then when it gets near fall, like you'll start seeing spider lilies. And it's pretty interesting. At least flowers have schedules. Well, I don't have one. Yeah, I don't really have a schedule either. Well, my work's supposed to have a schedule, but I'm bad at like logging stuff in. You guys have a schedule, guys? Do you put stuff in your schedule? Nadeshiko Aino. Are you Japanese? Nadeshiko Aino. Are you in Japan? Are you also in Japan? Spider lilies are really beautiful. Probably one of my most favorite flowers. But I'm also kind of edgy. I have a giant wall calendar that I keep up with. Giant wall calendar. Does it have flowers? Filipino who doesn't know Filipino culture? Ah, okay. Are you like born from outside the Philippines? I get that. I went to a Filipino expo actually, just last week, like on Sunday, and it was pretty nice. I ate a lot of the staple Filipino food that I haven't had in a while. I ate this thing called pares, and what it is like it's a soup, like with stock, and it had like bits of meat inside in it, like the guts of pork and stuff. That's pretty good. Let's see it without. I don't know if I like this anymore. No flowers, just huge, like classroom whiteboard huge. Oh, I see. Classboard, whiteboard huge. I'm born in the Philippines, just that I don't know anything around me somehow. I mean, if it doesn't interest you, it doesn't interest you. What are you interested in? Are you interested in other cultures? I'm the same about Korean culture. Korean culture is kind of high tier right now, I think. Like Koreans might not want to learn their culture, but everyone in the world wants. like all the people here in Japan like so into like K-pop. It's crazy. Nobody listens to Japanese music. They just want to listen to K-pop. And I feel like that's true for like almost everywhere in the world. Much, but I speak better Japanese than Korean. Oh, really? Nice. Dude, I spent such a long time here in Japan, and I'm still not really fluent. in Japanese. I'm still kind of terrible, and I hate it. I really want to like be fluent at some point, but I keep goofing off and not really study. I know people who had lived here shorter and are like almost fluent, but since I'm lazy and I do other things, I'm still super like not fluent. Back then I just kind of blame COVID, you know? Like, oh, I didn't speak because it was COVID, but now there's like no excuse. I'm just like bad at learning. I must be some anomaly since I don't listen to K-pop. I don't listen to K-pop either, but it's very popular. It depends on how much you use it, I think. I grew up around a lot of singing JP songs and watching anime, but that's true. I mean, I listen to a lot of Japanese songs in the gym, and I'm starting to be at that point where I kind of understand what they're saying. Like, I'm getting there. I think it's not really the understanding and speaking that is my problem. I think the thing that bothers me is reading. When it comes to reading Japanese, I just freeze up. It's cause like, it's really hard to read. You know? Like, you need to have like a set of like kanji that you know by heart. Like a huge vocabulary of kanji before you even start thinking about reading. And what's funny is, like, I have friends who are born here in they're Japanese, and there are still a lot of kanji that they still don't know about. Like, I ask them, what does this kanji mean? And they're like, oh, that's a very technical kanji. I don't really know. And they have to actually like use they have their own like dictionary that they have to like pull out from their phone, since they don't know every kanji. And these are native Japanese speakers. It's really hard. I like her eyebrows. I like thick eyebrows. I think they're neat. Got the thick eyebrows. Some of my Japanese friends told me that JP people don't know kanji unless they type or read it. Yeah. I get it. Yeah, that's how it works. When I was in Japan, I complained about kanji a lot. Like, why are they using a ancient Chinese freaking writing system? But then when I think about English, it's kind of the same thing. I've noticed how hard English is to learn now that I'm here. Like, have you ever thought there's so many like exceptions in English? When you think of like A is for apple, right? Apple's for A. But then you think about like, it's not always like this. It's not always a sound. Sometimes it's airplane, you know, sometimes it's instead. Or like, you know, like things like, there's a bunch of exceptions. And even here, like if you look at it, it shouldn't read as apple. It should say apple, right? Or this should read as airplane. But since it's there's a bunch of exceptions going on, that's just how you read it. So in a way, this is actually a kanji, because you need to have prior knowledge to what this is before you could read it. You know, because you can't really read it just based on the letters. But it's kind of insane to think about that we're kind of learning kanji as in English. You know, like there's no way you would know that's how it sounds like unless you like knew it from past experiences first, or somebody told you that this is how you pronounce it. I wish they had a language language baby with Korea because Korea alphabet is easy, but history, so probably will never happen. Sad. Yeah. I heard like the Korean language is actually like an alphabet. Yeah, it's like phonetic. Yeah, a lot of kanji pronunciation is contextual and it's so confusing sometimes. Yes, yes. You gotta like know when to use the onyomi and kunyomi and all that. It's like different eras of Chinese history you gotta pronounce different ways. It's pretty intense. That's what I'm still struggling at. I'm starting to learn like a lot of the common words and all that, vocab and stuff. Like I could pick up like what people are saying based on like some words that they've said. Because my vocab is getting quite big. It's just like my reading and grammar is still I still need to work on. Korean is one of the easiest alphabets to learn in the world, really? I haven't really like studied Korean much. I mean, if it's easy, maybe I should try it. I'm not really too well versed in the Korean culture. I have watched a lot of Korean dramas before. My family used to be really into it beforehand. My mom and my sibling, they're really into Korean dramas. Korean dramas. They're all the same though. They come up to me and say, "Go Sunny, what does this say?" I know so many people growing up who can read but don't know vocab or speech. Yeah. The Korean dramas are always the same. It's just like a love triangle most of the time. It's like the only conflict they could think of for romance is love triangle. And it's always like a suave rich guy versus like t-shirt wearing guy. T-shirt wearing tsundere guy. Like, I don't really like you. I wear t-shirts. But then he secretly likes the girl. But then he doesn't have the confidence to tell her because he's a tsundere. But then he sees that her boss is actually quite a Chad, and he's like, oh no, that's a Chad man. He's a doctor lawyer guy. Her boss, and her boss is actually super nice, and like he treats her to dinner and stuff, and he's kind of rich too, and it would be a perfect grab for her, but deep down inside, she knows that she likes T-shirt guy. T-shirt guy treats her pretty badly, but they did have that thing that one time. So T-shirt guy still has a chance, actually. K-dramas are so formulaic, but it's like anime. You have to find a story based on the ones that are trying to be original. Then in the end, it's usually open-ended endings. Yeah. 사랑해요. Oh. Oh, and they always have to have like either an old lady or old man that's like, you go, girl. you go get her. And they're always like bickering. There's always one. There's always a freaking obacha. I don't know what it is. They always have to include like either an old man or old lady, and like it's like her friend from her job or something, or usually like, I don't know, from a store or whatever. But lately I haven't seen any dramas, so who knows? Maybe they're more formulaic. I haven't watched any too. We should watch it on stream. We should stream some Korean dramas on Discord. That sounds like a good idea. 사랑해요. おー、사랑해요. この番組はグランドスポンサーでお送りします。Sponsored by Subway. Subway, eat fresh. 오빠! 오빠! Dude, we should do a skit where we're Korean drama and we just read the lines. It'll be funny. It'll be great. I'd rather do anime. What kind of anime would you read the lines of? We were actually thinking of doing a manga reading before, but we never got to it. We should read a manga. We were thinking of reading the cringiest, like, ecchi manga out loud. I'm such a hopeless weeb. Gintama. Yeah. Who's your favorite Gintama character? Is it Shinpachi? Shinpachi! Is it, what's his name? Hijikata? Hijikata Mayonnaise Man? I'm looking up what bangs look like. 사랑해요, 사랑해요. 뚜뚜루뚜루뚜루 사랑해요. No, Okita, because he's insane, but he's empathetic secretly behind his. He's the guy who sleeps all the time, right? With a freaking thing, the thing to cover his eyes, but he's always sleeping. And then he has a rocket launcher that he launches at Hijikata Mayonnaise Man. That guy's funny. I like Zura. I like Katsura. Zura じゃない。Katsura だ。エリザベット。Zura じゃない。Katsura だ。Elizabetto! Let me see if I could draw Elizabeth from memory. It should be easy. She looks like the Don Quixote thing. I think they look like this. Right? Did they have a hat? Maybe. Yeah, there it is. Elizabetto. 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 This is what people look like. This is what hair looks like. I don't even know. I'm just drawing from memory. I'm always disappointed using references now, because it's always like AI generated, and I always get angry and pissed off. I try to get less angry and pissed off when it comes to AI, guys. I can't help people doing their AI stuff anymore. I need to be calmer. In my old age, I need to be more chill. Be more chill. Can't be angry at every little thing. You know? Sometimes a man just needs to be chill. You gotta find the Zen zone, you know? The Zen zone. Yes, that's a good way to see it. Yes, I agree. I agree. It just sucks when they're like your friends, you know? Like, oh, Rocky, look at this AI thing I made. And it feels like, you know, you're alone in your fight, you know? You know what I mean? Like, as an artist, I don't blame them. Because they're not artists and they don't see it the way I do. you know, in the same way like artists do. And for them, it's like a hee hee ha ha meme toy that they want to play around with, experiment with, you know, make some memes. I get that. I get it. But at the same time, like with how vocal I am about AI art, you know, at least like don't do it in front of me, you know? Maybe like stop doing it while I'm there. Maybe make me like, you know, it'll piss me off and you still do it. But I can't blame them, you know? They don't get it. I'm very particular about my friendships. I'm okay with personal use away from VTubing, which is commercial use. Yes. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of hard though, you know? I just like think about it like this way, like there's some friends that will understand what we go through, you know, like what we think of mentally, what we're scared of, you know, and we'll empathize with it. And there's some friends who just like will be there and support you, but will never really understand you. And to them, it doesn't matter. You know, like, okay, like, yeah, Rocky is crazy, you know? Like, why is he getting so worked up about AI, dude? He's so crazy. At some point, he'll change or something. And I get it, you know? Whatever. I still want to be friends with them, but they just, like, won't take that, that opportunity to actually try to understand where I'm coming from, you know, because I dabbled with AI as well when it came out. I admit it. Like I actually thought like, oh, it's fine, just like you do this. Then I learned, you know, like I actually like researched like, okay, yeah, it's stealing people's stuff, right? So I'm like, they might be still in that phase where they're like, okay, yeah, it's just like meme stuff. But I hope that they actually like look things up and see for themselves that it's kind of like damaging the creative field, you know, not just that too, just like dreams in general, right? Like people who want to create has all these options closed to them because of this. I remember in the beginning I was like, maybe I should be okay with it, but if I'm not okay with it, then I'm not. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be okay with it. Correction. I won't be okay with it with the way it is now. Like the way it works now. As long as like these companies like they don't like pay us for using our stuff, you know, or like as long as they steal for free and not like offer some sort of like, you know, it's bad. I use AI for other things, usually analyzing data and saving time. Yeah, I think that's okay as long as it's not stealing. You know, I was for it. I was like super pro AI when it first came out. I'm like, okay, this will make things a lot easier. But then, you know, you look closer into it, like it's actually a lot of stealing and a lot of like taking advantage of people. And it's not like artists are like super rich people who like own a lot of like cars and mansions and stuff. Like most artists are struggling to barely eat food, and we're stealing from them. And the worst part isn't that. You know, the worst part is it's taking away a job that could have been the end goal for humanity. I know it sounds kind of dramatic and it sounds kind of like super vague or like, I don't know, like fanciful, like it's fantasy, you know? But I felt like the end game of humanity should be doing things that we love doing, right? Like if the machines are gonna take it away from us, like what's the point of living? Like I imagine AI like taking like the hard stuff first, like the things that we don't want to do, like, you know, like dangerous deep sea diving or something, right? or like fixing space stations or whatever. But instead, they took away this very important thing from us, which is like expressing ourselves creatively through art. Utility, not for replacing human. Yeah, I agree. It's difficult because people who use AI on the whole aren't doing it maliciously. It's kind of like buying a Nest. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I get it. You know, they don't see it the way, like, why would they see it through the eyes of an artist if they're not artists, you know? Like, they'll never be, they don't see it as like harming them. So they think you are crazy. They think I'm crazy. You know, why are you getting so worked up, Rocky? What? And they meme on it. They think I'm like joking around. Well, I'm not. It's like, it's very serious for me, honestly. Like, I get like, oh, Rocky hates ketchup. Let's meme on the ketchup thing. Okay, I get it. Rocky likes feet. Okay, let's meme on it. It's feet memes. But then the moment they start memeing my hatred for AI, it's like this thing like, dude, I sometimes stay up at night thinking about it. And why are you making this a meme? It's not even funny, you know? I'm like, okay, sure. I'm interested to see how our timeline plays out, what historians say about this time in the future. It is a turning point, I think. I think this is a turning point in history. And I'm not saying like we should just like delete AI, you know, like actually like ban it or anything. I'm just saying that there should be rules and laws that, you know, maybe recompense artists because their stuff are being stolen. Right? Like, if you're gonna use my stuff, you should pay me for using my stuff. You know? It's a purchase. You shouldn't steal. That's how it works. The company's created a stealing machine, and people are like, okay, we're all for it. Steal. It's fine. We're not artists. We don't care. Or should we care? Sorry, I'm going off on a rant again. It's just if I don't get it off my chest, I'll be kind of salty the whole week. Be salty the whole week. If you ever want to chat about stuff, by the way, feel free to DM. Sounds like we share some similar values. Thank you. I do appreciate that. It's kind of hard, like, trying to find people who actually, like, understands what I'm feeling. Because not everyone's are artists, and not all artists feel the same way as, like, us, you know? Like, some artists, they're like, okay, I don't care. Like, screw other artists. I'm not affected. They're not stealing my work. You know, like, there's some legit artists who think that, and I feel so bad. Like, why are you like that, right? Like, eventually it'll affect you too. It's like, hey, it's not me. I don't care. It's insane. I think it's a bigger problem with that one. I think a lot of people are burnt out on empathy. There's this documented info in recent years, actually, like empathy, I see. They lack empathy. True. But for me, I think it's really less about, like, I get that they don't care, like, about, like, other artists and all that. I at some points, like, I do feel the same way. But I also feel like, other than that, other than like other artists being affected, it also does affect the future of like mankind in general. You know? You know what I mean? Like, it's a turning point, and people are kind of calm. They're like making fun of AI. It's like, oh, it'll never replace artists. Haha, it's like making weird fingers and stuff. But I think with all that money being funneled into it, you know, with all these fundings and all that, it'll replace artists. And I'm not just saying that as like monetary, like I'm scared it'll take my job. I'm scared that it'll take away this valuable thing that we used to have. You know, like just art, just drawing, and like drawing with your hands. Like I'm scared that it'll take that away. And I don't really mind like I do care about the monetary aspect and stuff like that, and the jobs and all that stuff, but deeper than that, it's gonna take away this thing that we should have cherished, you know? The fun of art, of like actually drawing with your hands. And that's like the thing that threatens me the most, the thing that like keeps me up at night. That. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they couldn't, like, probably they won't take it away, but you know, technology just like advances so fast sometimes. It's hard to keep up. 1 second is just haha memes. Look at what this thing can do. Ha toys. And suddenly like whole industries are like destroyed. They're already like firing a ton of artists from like game development companies. You know, Riot, Blizzard, firing artists left and right. It can't be a coincidence. Yeah. AI art. Do 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 do. Alright, we drew the girl. Let's draw the flowers. Flowers. We do have references for flowers. We do have references for flowers. Fine, let's just draw the flowers, huh? They're like little flowers clumped together, basically. They're so pretty. My general view on the world is that cooperation is the evolutionary best for species survival. So we keep going in a positive direction, as messed up as the current world feels. That is a nice way to see things. Cooperation. It will go up, go down and up, but more up on the whole. True, yeah. I can see that. Really nothing to worry about, really. I think even if AI takes over, I would still draw for fun. I mean, I don't really draw for work anyways, you know. I don't really make money out of drawing, except for like Twitch and stuff, but I don't really like try to do commissions too much. But I think I will just do it for fun, you know. And that's the important part. As long as we're still motivated to do things, and are passionate about things that we love, I think AI wouldn't be such a big deal. You know, it'll take away like some jobs, sure, but like if you find more art is more important as a creative like outlet, I don't think it can replace that. You know, it's like someone invented a skateboard machine and you're like, oh no. It's gonna replace skateboarding, but you can still like skateboard, so it's as a hobby, you know. So it doesn't really matter. Like they invented a robot Tony Hawk, you know, shouldn't stop you from skateboarding in your free time. Robot Tony Hawk shouldn't interfere with your hobby. Sorry I'm sniffing a lot. I got like some weird allergies going on. It's looking pretty good so far. I like the sketchy vibes. You know, like it's like drawn in a sketchbook. It's pretty nice. I can't wait to color it. Allergies are rough this year. I don't normally get them when I'm sneezing. Yeah, I've been sneezing a lot too, actually. Hold on, let me blow my nose. Let me. Hey, Maggie D, thank you for the redeem. Drink some water. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. We're just drawing girls and flowers. Hope that's fine with you. Just drawing girls and flowers. Flowers and girls. Do you guys prefer chocolates or flowers? Chocolates or flowers? If you would receive them from two similar looking people, gave you one gave you rose and one gave you chocolates. Chocolates. That was quick. Chocolates. No, nobody really likes flowers, let's be honest. It's like receiving socks. Like, why would you give someone more responsibility, you know? Like, here's some flowers. What do you want me to do with it? Put it in like a pot, a jar? Water it every day? The heck? Why are you giving me this? Well, actually, socks. I think socks are better than flowers because you don't really need to take like water socks. You know, you just like wash it every couple weeks. Hey, Miruku, how you doing? Don't give me no nature. I can't do nothing with it. Flowers, I can use them for crafting. But would you choose flowers over chocolates though? I'm super picky with chocolates, so flowers are. Okay, yeah, if you're picky with chocolates, I mean. But I feel like chocolates are always good, though. Chocolates are always good, though. And you can get flowers from a flower shop. Well, you could get chocolates from a chocolate shop, too. Okay, touche. Touche. Nuh-uh, you can imagine the message of socks going, I want to snip your feet. Hello, Lemur! How you doing? Welcome to my drawing stream. Why not both though? You have to choose one. This is the rule of this game. Only chocolates or flowers. Chocolates or flowers. Chocolates or flowers. Okay? That was Spanish. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Don't fact check me. Okay? Obviously Spanish. My relatives have a cacao farm. Holy heck, are you serious? Cacao farm. Do you see the whole process of making chocolates? Dude, cacao is actually like, it looks pretty gross. I thought like when you crack it open, it's just like chocolate fudge inside. Like as a kid, I thought that was like a cacao plant when I first learned about it. But they're actually like super gooey white liquid glue inside. And it's kind of weird. I thought it was like a giant coffee bean or something. Nope. It's like a tropical fruit thing, and there's like white goo inside. You're allergic to chocolates? Oh no. Give me all your chocolates. I receive a lot of chocolates during Valentine's Day because I'm very popular with the ladies. Chocolates. Rocky senpai. Choco ageru. Maggie D, how you doing? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you in a long time. How you doing? You finished Fear and Hunger Termina? I think I might stream that soon. Fear and Hunger. I kind of didn't want to stream Termina for a while because like I couldn't find a good censor mod, but I found a good censor mod. Super bitter. I received some chocolates too from females from Valentine's, though I might be allergic. Only chocolate I ate was from my woo. So many women gave me all these chocolates, but baby, I can only eat yours. Only your chocolate. Only your chocolate. I'm not addicted. I'm not allergic to. 사랑해요. 사랑해요. 오, 오빠 사랑해요. 해요. Let's go. More Fear and Hunger. Sponsored by Subway. Though my wife is a terrible cook, so her chocolate's too salty. Cause she used salt instead of sugar. Oh wife, this is the best chocolate I've had today. Oh. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Salty chocolate. I heard they put salt in the coffee in some in Turkey. I think, like they put salt in their coffee. Which is pretty crazy. Would you put salt in your coffee? Salty coffee. If there's caramel syrup, isn't caramel already kind of salty? Salt brings out the sweetness of chocolate. It's fine. Yeah, I've seen some like store-bought chocolate with like sea salt in it and stuff. Like sea salt. And it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. But it's not too much salt. It's just like a little pinch of salt. You know? Pinch of salt. Pinch of salt. Touch of gray. Touch of gray. Remember those commercials? Touch of gray? Do you want to be a man that looks confident and looks like you have experience? Well, touch of gray, it doesn't remove all the gray hairs. It leaves some, so you still look kind of dignified. Touch of gray. No, the commercials weren't really like narrated by a surfer dude. It's just in my mind. I just kind of read it like a surfer dude for some reason. Touch of gray. Has this ever happened to you? I have gray hair, but I don't want to remove all of it. I just want to keep some. Well, look no further. We've got touch of gray. touch of gray, you put this on your hair and it only removes some of the gray hairs. It'll keep some of it, so you still look like you're an experienced professional. Adobo chocolate? Chocolate that gave me high blood pressure to be salty. Caramel is in the legit version, which is just cooked sugar. Ooh. Caramel. Do you say like caramel or do you say caramel? How do you pronounce that? Caramel or caramel? Caramel? Caramel. Which one sounds better? Oh no, 3 cups. I still ate it. Oh, ooh. Caramel. Caramel chocolate. Taste the caramel. 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 It's not caramel? Caramel. I heard some people say it as like caramel. That's a delicious caramel chocolate. Caramel popcorn. Maybe it's a Canadian thing? Is it like the aluminium? Aluminium? In America, we pronounce it as aluminum. But I know in some other English countries, they're like aluminium. Aluminium. Which sounds super wrong. Well, not super wrong. It just sounds like kind of off. Aluminium. I speak like a mix of US English and Canadian English because I learned both growing up. Oh. Caramel is caramel. Honestly, I heard a lot of pronunciations to it. At this point, I have no clue what to read. Same, really. Same. I'm gonna buy roses. Hey, there you go. Give your wife some roses. I suggest hydrangeas. They're in season. I think she might appreciate some of these seasonal flowers. You know, they only appear around this time of year. And they come in a variety of colors. There's white, there's purple, there's blue, there's yellow. A variety of colors. Variety. I get made fun of for some American accent words sometimes and vice versa. And good fun, of course. Yeah, it's weird how like there's so many different ways to pronounce things in English. Even American English, there's so many like differences that like for example, like some places in America, they call it soda, right? I think in California we call it soda, but in some like southern states they call it pop, and some other states they call it like cola pop, or they call it cola, and some places they just call it Coke. And you know, there's a lot of differences, even in American English. Pop is common here. Yeah, I think like in some places in the South, they call it pop. And I think we call it soda in California. But I've heard some of like my teachers, they call it pop. I have this teacher who's like, he has like a really strong Southern accent or whatever. And he says like White House, like White House. Like he pronounces the H. It's like White House. White House. When the White House was built. Titanium white. I shouldn't make fun of him. It's a good man. Well, I just found it interesting, you know. Different accents of America. Differences are beautiful, I think. Something to be celebrated. Different accents, of our English language. They need to teach the different accents here in Japan. They shouldn't just stick to the radio accent or whatever, right? Like they should teach them like the Brooklyn accent and all that. Like Bob Ross. Yeah, I think Bob Ross pronounces things the same way. Just a little bit of white here. Just a little bit of white. A little white here next to this tree. This happy little tree. Happy little tree. Dude, Bob Ross was so relaxing to watch. I think I caught one of his videos in some kind of like public channel thing, and I was just like mesmerized. I don't know what he did. Like, I wasn't even really interested in landscape painting, but just like the way he talks and like the way he like speaks, it's like super mesmerizing. And he was like, "Oh, you just gotta get this brush. You gotta go." Well, he does it better. Just smacks the brush around like, just like that. And you put a little smudge right here, just a little bit, just next to this other smudge. Give him a little friend. Now you got a pair of clouds. It's just that easy. And I'm just like watching it the whole time. It's like, what the? It's like the vibes. It's got the vibes, the Bob Ross vibes. Did you know he used to be like an army guy? Like a drill sergeant or something? He's like one of those guys that would yell at people in the movies. And then he retired from the army and he became a painter. I think he's like one of the very first ASMR people. Those videos were just like naturally ASMR. I don't know. There's just a lot of ASMR vibes in his videos. And I would think he wasn't even trying. It's just like natural. You know? Just the way he speaks and the way he like does all these little noises. Little noisies. I don't like how she's happy. I don't like her too happy. Let's turn that smile upside down. Wah. Let's turn that frown upside down. Bob is someone I feel really wanted others to love painting. Yeah. It's like my hero. Such a inspiration. Whenever I'm tempted to try AI art, I just tell myself, what would Bob think? What would Bob Ross do? And then I stop. I don't like it when she's happy. I don't like it when she's happy. Many of his paintings, he's done multiple takes of the same painting. Set people would say he was always so nice when he has to repaint again. Yeah. He just had the vibes. And I like the whole like vibe he has where he's like, anyone can draw, you know. I do appreciate that, and it kind of like inspired me to draw as well, really. Like to paint, like it's not too hard, you know. Just pick up a brush, do it like this, do a little scrapey scrapes. It's not too hard. Rest in peace, Bob Ross. And you know what really inspired me though when it came to art? I don't know if you guys know this, but I think it's like an Australian show. It's called Art Attack. It aired on like, I think it was the Disney Channel, like way back in the day. Art Attack. I still remember the title. And there was like this Australian guy who was like the host. He's kind of like a Steve Irwin kind of guy. And I learned a lot from Art Attack. Holy heck. Nobody like really talks about Art Attack too much. All the messes I made with glue. Yeah, dude. Like he taught like the guy from Art Attack taught me like different like shorthand stuff for drawing. Like he taught this one thing where when you draw a window, you could put like little lines like this. And that like, oh my god, that changes everything. Just little lines like that, it suddenly looks like a window. And just like little things like that. I'm like, what the heck? It's like magic. It's like magic. And that like inspired me to draw, really. Like kind of like figure out like little ways to do like little techniques, you know. The Art Attack guy. I think one of my friends just told me about this the other day, but sent me the German version. Yeah, Art Attack. It was kind of like off our time, really. Art Attack. I don't think like a lot of other people in different generations would kind of like get Art Attack. Like a boomer thing. I like drawing kind of sad girls. Sad girl style. So Maggie D, I was actually thinking of making an otome game. I was inspired by the thing that we were gonna do in secret, but I got a RPG Maker, and I'm actually thinking of making an otome game with RPG Maker. I didn't get to consume a lot of TV as a kid, unfortunately. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of TV as a kid, but not anymore. Now I barely watch any TV. I don't even like stream shows anymore. I barely watch anime anymore, really. I watch less anime now that I'm in Japan than when I was in America. You know, they have a VN maker? Really? For Otome games, use Ren'Py or Tyranno Builder. Okay, Tyranno Builder. That sounds really cool. Tyranno Builder? Dude, the heck? It sounds like a Jurassic Park like simulator game. Tyranno Builder. Do you have Jurassic Park the game? No. We got Tyranno Builder. Tyranno Builder. I get amused with like stupid things. Stupid things amuse me. Tyranno Builder. There's a guy in Yu-Gi-Oh! His name is Tyranno Hassleberry, and he uses the dinosaur deck, of course. But could you imagine just some parent just like told their doctor or whatever, the guy who's like doing the birth certificate, yeah, I would like to name this guy Tyranno Hassleberry. I think I'll try using Tyranno. It looks simple. Yeah. Dude, I wanna make the Otome game. I wanna put all my VTuber friends in it as a guest. As a guest star. But I think I'll just do knockoff versions of them so they don't sue me if it makes money. I'm like, this is bootleg Freyaru. This is Freyaru. Yeah. If someone can name their child Ichigo D. Jaeger Guts Kenpachi Cruz, that's a badass name. That's a good name deserving of respect. I don't know what's wrong with that name, but it sounds legit. Ichigo D. Jaeger Guts Kenpachi Cruz. I'm gonna ask my wife if we could name our child that, my future wife. Hey honey, can we name our child Ichigo D. Jaeger Guts Kenpachi Cruz? You could name the next one. And she'll be like, oh, okay. The next child is Sally. Deal. Deal. I'm glad I married you. I would cry from a long name. I would have to learn how to write it in preschool. I don't know if I told this story before, but I had a substitute teacher back in elementary school, and he told us this story. He was like checking the attendance sheet, and then he was calling out names, and then he saw this name, and he's like La and nobody responded. Nobody responded to this name. And then one of the girls stood up, and she was like, my name is Ladasha. Ladasha. It's pronounced Ladasha. Oh my god. Yeah. Ladasha. Yeah, it's like Ladasha. Ladasha. I don't know if it's true or not, but I still remember it to this day. It's a funny story. Ladasha. My name is Ladasha, actually? Gosh, get it right. Get it right. It's so easy to pronounce. Ladasha. It's like that skit from, what's it called? Key and Peele. Blake? Blake? We got Blake here? It's Blake. What story? Oh, Barafa. Hey, how you doing, Barafa? The Tanks in Supergoon. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we were telling the story of my substitute teacher that told us about like doing roll call, and like one of the students had this name, and he's like, La'a, is there a La'a here? La'a? And the girl stood up. She was like, my name is Ladasha. Actually, Ladasha. Get it right. Is that Blue Dog from Ohio? What are you on about? No, this is not from Ohio. This Blue Dog is Keanu the Raiju, our special guest. Your substitute is a skinwalker, I can tell. Oh. You're a funny lad. I'll just draw the flowers now. Drawing flowers. Drawing flowers. There was a I had this teacher. I don't know how to tell the story, but I had this teacher who all the kids had this rumor about this teacher, and the rumor was like he once went to the mountains and fought a bear, like he wrestled a bear, and we thought this was real for the longest time. And we just like accepted it as a fact. You know, that was the teacher who wrestled a bear. It was on the news, he wrestled a bear. And then one day he just came up to me and said, Rocky, like, I don't know where all these kids get this rumor from. I just told the class that I saw a coyote in the woods one day. I don't know how it became I wrestled a bear. It's kind of insane, the rumors. Well, he just went with the flow. Like, he just like said, oh yeah, I wrestled a bear. I'm that guy. Have you ever heard about the human centipede? I feel like they did it the wrong way. Yeah? Tell me about it, Baruffa. Horror movie fan? Fan of horror movies? Flowers. Just drawing flowers. Yep. Flowers. It's kind of rough drawings. It's fine. It's just like little rough shapes here and there. We're just vibing. A little bit of vibing. Yeah, dude, lately it's just been very hot here in Japan. I went to the gym yesterday and it was so hot because like they didn't turn on the air conditioning. So it's just me and some other guy working out and I felt terrible. Like I felt so lethargic. I couldn't like lift the weights that I'm used to lifting. And I just had to go home early. And I almost puked in the shower. Like, it was kind of bad. I had like a headache. Went to bed. That's why when I streamed yesterday, I didn't really like... I had to cut it early because like I was getting really nauseous. Did you drink something? Yeah, I drank some water, but I still felt kind of bad. Sufficient water? Yeah. I drank some water. Gym. It's just me and some other guys. There's two dudes in the gym. That's what I like about my gym though. There's not too many people. You know? Like all the equipment you can use almost exclusively. Which I like. But I do wish they would turn on the air conditioning. You know? That's probably why nobody goes there, because like they wouldn't turn on the air conditioning. Why would you not? We pay to use the gym. Would you like to be in my otome game? Sunny. My otome game. If you're an otome character, what kind of character would you be? Would you be a tsundere? It's not like I invited you here because I like you or anything, Baka. Baka. It's a big flower. A lot of flowers here. Unromanceable guy. You're the Monica. Just Monica. Just Monaco. Remember when MatPat said there's gonna be a Doki Doki Literature Club 2? When did that happen? I'm still waiting for that. I think Doki Doki Literature Club is the only game that ever freaked me out, like actually scared me. And I played horror games and stuff. Doki Doki is actually pretty scary. It freaked me out the first time I played it. Holy heck. But I don't think a sequel would work. Because the gimmick's already done. You know, people like if you put Doki Doki Literature Club 2, it wouldn't work. Since like people will know that hey, it's that horror game, you know. You like horror games? I feel like Doki Doki 2 would need to be a new game. Yeah, they would need to disguise it, you know? Like PT. Remember PT? PT. The game that never came out, but still inspired a whole bunch of other games. PT. MatPat wrote a whole essay about like Doki Doki 2. It's like, oh, it's gonna be what's it called? Project Veronica or whatever. And it was like, I was kind of hyped. Cause like it was in the files or something. Like they were planning like a sequel. And like I was so into it because he was like explaining it in a way that, oh, it's the theory. Is like this thing is just like a dream and like all these other things happening. I don't know PT actually. PT. It's Silent Hills, the playable teaser, playable trailer. No clue. The only content I watched lately when I want to relax, so it's like fishing videos and wax stamping. Those are pretty neat. Fishing videos, like ocean fishing. Ocean fishing. I watched this one guy who like fishes like from the ocean. And he like fishes squid and stuff, and he like cuts them up himself. Like he goes to the kitchen and he cooks up his own fish, and that's pretty nice. I don't know what wax stamping is though. What is wax stamping? I specifically watched a Japanese YouTuber called Kimagure Cook. Haven't heard of it. But I watched this Japanese fisherman guy who like catches fish and then cooks it. He just loves fish and eats a lot of strange fish. Yeah, I've noticed fishing culture is pretty big here in Japan. Like, a lot of people love to fish. I have a friend who says he wants to go to America just because like America has so many good fishing spots or something. But I never really saw America as like a big fishing mecca. But to them, like America's like, oh, we gotta go to America. You know, they got that, what's it called? Bass Pro Shop? Bass Pro Shop, you know? Like Bass Pro Shop to them is like a Disneyland, you know, they have to go there. He might be the same guy. I think he's the biggest Japan fishing VTuber. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw this guy who like caught his own squid from the ocean and then starts like cutting it up with a knife and all that. It's pretty cool. It's kind of relaxing watching someone cook fish. No YouTuber, flesh tuber. Fishing VTuber. And those are nice. I just like nowadays on YouTube. I just watch Journey Across Japan with Chris Broad and the Trash Taste people. That's all I watch now. And I guess like Dark Souls lore, Elden Ring lore. I also watch a lot of like weird horror stuff, like Japanese horror, urban legends, and all that. I never seek them out, but they always end up in my suggestions for some reason, and I always like watch them anyways. Do fishing VTubers exist yet? I wonder. I know AR VTubing is becoming more and more common lately. Oh, really? That sounds fun. Fishing VTuber. Urban legends are so interesting but terrifying, yeah. I think the Japanese urban legends are kind of weird. Like there's this one called Akamanto or something. So what happens is this guy, while you're pooping or whatever in the toilet, this guy will approach your stall and will be like, do you want a blue toilet paper or a red toilet paper? And if you say red, he kills you, and then if you say blue, he kills you. So that's most urban legends in Japan. Like there's this one ghost person or whatever, like crazy lady, the Kuchisaki Onna, and then she asks you, "Am I beautiful?" And if you say yes, you die, and if you say no, you die. It's like either way, you can't win. Women in general, am I right? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, ladies. Oh god. Seems average. The Kuchisaki Onna. Oh, so that's where the stage in the World of Horror. Yeah. A lot of the World of Horror stages are based on like Japanese urban legends, like Akamanto and Kuchisaki Onna. A lot of the Japanese urban legends. You played World of Horror? That's a really fun game. I still have it actually. It's kind of hard though, because it's like a roguelike, like a horror roguelike. And I often like just die. And it's not even scary. Like when you die, it's like, okay, I died. We gotta start the game over. Roguelike is hard. The horror is. Gonna switch to PC, no problem. Yeah. I feel like it would do better if it wasn't so difficult, because then you could see more of the horror. But since it's so difficult, you'll die at the stupidest things, like dogs or whatever. And you're like, okay, oh, that wasn't scary at all. The art and stuff, the story, all that, scary. But the combat and the gameplay kind of like kills it. That's my only like gripe about it. World of Horror. It's just like you die too easily. Like I know it's a skill issue, but still, like like horror games shouldn't be like that hard, because like then you won't see anything. You're like, okay, I died. Should give you a little more like leeway. You know, and I like difficult games, don't get me wrong. I play Dark Souls and all that, and Elden Ring. But that's like a different vibe from what a horror game should be. They should at least give you like some kind of, you know. Like imagine you keep dying to the same boss over and over, then it's not scary anymore. It's like just Dark Souls. Right? Right? I'm like, oh, you gotta fight him again, I guess. It's not scary. It's just like, okay, whatever. Just do it again. Because when you used to the urban legends, it's just another day. Yep. It's like Dark Souls bosses are scary at first, but once you fought them like a billion times, you're like, okay, you just gotta know the moves, gotta do this. It's not so scary if you keep dying. I just pressing case of Felix. Welcome back, FBI. Welcome back, buddy. Did you eat dinner? Where's Caper Paper? I haven't seen Caper Paper in a long time. I hope she's doing okay. Caper Paper hasn't been here in 2,000 years. I think I'm falling off, guys. My content isn't doing so good. Falling off. Why does my gut hurt? Oh my god. I'm back. Probably busy. Yeah, probably busy. Missing you. Missing you. Hey Zed, how you doing, buddy? Oh, I laughed so hard that my sides hurt. Oh god, it hurts. It hurts. Listen to me before we sail again. Again. We're getting old at laughing hurts. Dude, I'm getting so old. There's not a moment in my life where I don't think I'm getting too old. I swear to God. Dude, just today, I was like looking up like X or Twitter or whatever. And I heard someone wrote that, oh, I love vintage games like Bloodborne. Vintage games like Bloodborne. I'm like, no! Bloodborne is vintage! I'm too old and I need to die. I can't. I'm not using Touch of Grey. Okay, holy heck. Touch of Grey. When you need just a touch of gray in your hair. That's such a weird product, you know, when you're selling things to color someone's hair from being gray and you're like, we're not gonna do it all the way, and you're gonna like it. You know, we're gonna do a kind of like wonky job and we're gonna leave some of the gray hairs still on there, but you're gonna like it because you want it to look experienced. You just need a touch of gray. You know, that's a weird I still remember that product. Like I watched it as a kid. I'm like, what? Why would you buy this? Haven't tried Bloodborne yet. Do you have a PlayStation? Well, you can't try it unless you have a PlayStation. That's the thing. That's the meme. People have been wanting a Bloodborne PC port since forever. And I think they'll never do it. It'll be a PlayStation exclusive forever. It'll be a 60 FPS. Forever. Since when was Bloodborne vintage? They say Bloodborne's vintage, man. They're zoomers. What is Minecraft and all those called, and Mario and all? Is Minecraft vintage? Is Minecraft also vintage? Holy heck, dude, I'm too old. I never really owned a PlayStation console since ever. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to play Bloodborne then. Since Sony wants to keep a tight grip upon the Bloodborns. They'll never let it out of the Sony cage. But I think it's like one of the best games of all time. And if you have a PlayStation and you don't have Bloodborne, I just feel sad for you. Like, what are you doing? You should at least try it if you have a PlayStation. Hold up, I'm VC with Minecraft player right now. Let me ask. Dude, Minecraft is older, man, than Blood. Is it older? It's still fairly new. Who else played Battle Reams? Battle Reams. There's a lot of games right now that are considered vintage. And just to think that Bloodborne is vintage, it just makes me feel super old. Holy heck. They say like the Pokemon games are vintage. They say there are some people online who say Pokemon Black and White are vintage. Pokemon Black and White. Okay. Not red, blue, yellow, not those, not the older games. Black and white. They're vintage games. If it's old enough to have a child, I guess it's vintage. I'm like, no, Pokemon Black and White can't be vintage. Holy heck. The heck's going on? The world is aging too fast. I think we gotta slow down. We gotta slow down. Then tomorrow they're like, oh, Pokemon X and Y, super vintage. It's like boomer games. Dude, Pokemon's so old actually. It's like almost like 20 years old. That's older than most people that live today. Rocky Doom is vintage apparently. Like I know Doom is from the 80s. I think that is vintage. Right? Anything from the 80s is vintage, right? Am I crazy? 80s, 90s, I accept that 90s is vintage. I accept. 80s, 90s, vintage. But things from the 2010s shouldn't be vintage. I'm just saying. Why are things from the 2010s suddenly vintage? It's insane. They're talking about kids who wish they were teens in the 2004s. Pokemon Go is vintage? No way, dude. No way Pokemon Go is vintage. Come on. 2011 games are vintage? No way, bro. You're joking. You're trolling. How is that vintage? When I think of vintage, I think of like Contra, you know, or like freaking original Street Fighter, maybe. You know, those are vintage to me. You know, or like Tekken 3 or whatever. I accept that Tekken 3 is vintage. Okay, those are vintage games to me. Okay, but you can't say that freaking Pokemon Black and White are vintage. There's no way. It's too soon. Too soon. You can't be saying that Tekken Tekken 3 is not vintage, okay? Tekken 3 is vintage. I don't care if you played it or whatever. It's old. It's old and it's okay. But, you know, we need to cover the tatas here. Just a little self-censorship. we can't be drawing tatas out here in the freaking Twitch. No tatas. If you want to see the tatas, please go to my Patreon. This is a family-friendly channel. No tatas allowed here. Family-friendly. This looks like a rock. Anyways. Yes, no tatas allowed. Potato, potatoes. Tomato, tomatoes. I played all the way till Tekken 7 or 8. Tekken 7 and 8 are not vintage. Okay, if you're saying that. They're still fresh in you. Tekken 3 is vintage. Very vintage. Vintage. I still remember it though. We played it a lot while I was a kid. Played a lot of Tekken 3. They had what's his name? Ogre. They had Ogre in that game. This is the boss. They got what was my favorite character? I think I really like Lei Wulong. He's like the drunken guy. Lei Wulong. Drunken police officer Jackie Chan ripoff. Yes. Lei Wulong. I played Tekken 7 on arcade. They released Kunimitsu from jail yet? Kunimitsu? What is that? Is it a Tekken character? I don't know all the Tekken characters. I'm gonna try to name all the Tekken characters that I know, okay? You guys wanna play that game? I wanna try to name as many Tekken characters from memory without looking up anything. Okay? Okay, so there's Jin. There's Jin, he's the main character. Okay, he's like the edgy guy with the fists. There's his dad, Kazuma Kiryu. He's like Jin, but he has like a receding hairline or something. But he's evil, kind of. He has a company or whatever. I don't know what his deal is, but he hates Heihachi. Heihachi is an old guy. Sun Jin-woo's enemies. I don't know. Like he's a edgy guy with the fire pants. I could probably draw Jin from memory. He looks like this. He has the hair like this, and he has like a hair like this, and then he's like, I'm edgy, and he's like always shirtless, dude. He's like, look at my lack of shirt, and then he has like the freaking fist. He has like the circle things. It's like, yeah, dude. This is accurate, super accurate Jin here. He has the muscles, the muscle definition, and he wears like the coolest pants 5-year-old me has ever seen, because they were just in flames, dude. I remember that. Like Ryu, go away, Ryu. You're lame. You don't have freaking fire pants. Okay. Jin had fire pants, and this was the coolest pair of pants I've ever seen as a child. And I still remember it to this day. Jin Kazuma. And that's him. And I know he has a evil form where he has like wings and he has like laser beams too. That's it. That's the thing. Okay, so that's 3 characters I know so far. There's Jin, there's receding hairline Jin, and there's Hayachi. Okay, those are the 3 guys that hate each other, but they're also family. What else? There's Mokujin. He's like wood Jin. He's just a wood guy. He's like, he knows all the moves, and he's evil too, I think, from one of the endings. But he's cool. He's like Jin. His name just literally means wood Jin, Mokujin, and there's Hwarang. Hwarang is a Korean Taekwondo master, and he likes kicking. There's Yoshimitsu. Oh, I love Yoshimitsu. I'm a Yoshimitsu main actually. And he has a sword. He thinks he's in the wrong game. He thinks it's freaking Soul Calibur, cause like he just brings his sword to a freaking martial arts tournament and nobody cares. He just brings a laser katana and like, okay, this is perfectly legal. You can do it. You can slash people to bits with a freaking lightsaber, and it's perfectly legal. Cause he thinks it's Soul Calibur or something. There's Yoshimitsu, and who else is there? How many have I named? So there's 4. Oh, 5. I named 5. There's Paul. I remember Paul. He's very, very cool. He has the coolest hairstyle in the whole game. It looks like this, and he has like a red martial arts kind of thing. You know, Paul. He's like American. Americans have weird hair. Anyways, there's Paul. Paul from America. Big hair guy. Gotta love him. There's I think his name is Law. Oh wait, no, his name is Martial Law. His name is Martial Law, and he's exactly Bruce Lee. Whatever image you have of Bruce Lee, he's Martial Law in Tekken. It's just like Bruce Lee, and they named him Martial Law. Oh my god. There's Martial Law. He's the best friend of Paul, and he's very strong in the game. My best friend always picks him, and I always lose because Martial Law has this broken kick where he like spins in the air, and he just spams that thing over and over, and I don't know how to deal with it. I'm not a fighting game master, but but yeah, Martial Law Lee. What else is there? I've named all the male characters already. Oh, there's Lei Wulong. I like him too. He's like a drunken master kind of guy. Let's color this thing, huh? I just want to color, you know? I just want to color now. There's a kangaroo guy. Kangaroo guy. You know? They are kangaroo people. She has like her child. I forgot the kangaroo's name, but I swear to God, there's a kangaroo in Tekken. I swear to God, there's a. You gotta believe me. You can fact check this. They allowed a kangaroo to fight in the martial arts tournament. And if you think that's crazy, there's also a bear and a panda in this martial arts tournament. I know I sound crazy, but I swear to God, it was real. If I remember correctly. I used to play Tekken a lot with my cousin. But as a kid, it was kind of just normal, you know? Like, okay, there's a freaking panda, you know? Whatever. But the more I think about it growing up, the more I realize how crazy Tekken is. It's insane. Roger? The kangaroo's name is Roger? If an elephant can be considered an artist, a bear can be a martial artist. Exactly. There's no rules in the Tekken tournament, guys. They just allow like freaking animals and stuff to fight. They allow 3 animals to fight, guys. Like a boxing kangaroo guy. There's a bear, there's a panda, you know. Yoshimitsu carries around a sword and it's like no big deal. It's like, whatever, dude. Whatever fighting style you want, brother. You could chop people up with a laser sword, that's fine. You just searched it up? Yeah, there's Rogers. I told you, there's a kangaroo. There's a... I know the bear's name is Kuma, because Kuma is just Japanese for bear. Fun fact. And the panda's name is just Panda. The panda's name is Panda, right? Am I correct? Am I remembering this correctly? The panda's name is just Panda. And what else? There's a girl who is like Jin. I think they're the same family. She's also a Kazuma, and her name is Asuka. I think Asuka. And there's her. She wasn't in Tekken 3 though, I don't think. I think she's one of the later games. Cause I remember her cause she's like exactly like Sakura from Street Fighter. Like exactly. They're like, oh, let's just take Sakura from Street Fighter and like let's put her in Tekken. But she's a Kazuma. So she's legit. A Kazuma family. Yeah, Asuka. There's Eddie. He's a capoeira guy, I think. Is it Eddie? It's the other guy. There's like 2 guys. One is a Muay Thai guy and Muay Thai, and the other is capoeira guy. There's Brian. He's like a psychopath guy. Psychopath man. And he is Brian. I don't know what Brian's deal is. All I know is like he's crazy. I don't know what the rest of his story is. I never pick him. I don't like his combat style. He just punches and kicks. You know. Muay Thai fighter. I know there's a Muay Thai guy and there's also a capoeira guy. Pretty sure. And what else? I think that's all I remember. Is there any other women that I remember from Tekken 3? I don't remember too many of the ladies from Tekken 3. Asuka wasn't even in Tekken 3, to be honest. Who's the girl? Oh, Nina! Nina and her sister, Mina. Nina and Mina. They're sisters, but they hate each other. One wears like a red Chinese dress, and the other, she wears like spandex. She's like a super secret agent or something. Yeah. Oh, and there's Xiao Yu. Xiao Yu, she likes Jin, and they're from the same high school or something. And her best friend is Panda. Her best friend is Panda. She takes Panda to school. 'Cause that's how they do it in China. In China, kids just ride pandas to school, apparently. according to Tekken logic, they just like ride pandas to school. You know, who needs school buses? You got pandas, you know. Anna. Oh, her name is Anna. Okay, my bad, not Mina. Nina and Mina. Anna. This is why she's the angry sister. Oh my god. She's so angry. Tekken. Tekken Tanoshii yo. Tekken Tanoshii. And that's all I know. From Tekken 3. Oh wait, there's the big robot guy. I forgot his name. There's a big robot guy, but he just looks like a regular dude, but he's actually a robot. He has like a haircut. But he doesn't look like, he looks like the freakiest dude you've ever seen. And like he's got like robot joints and stuff. And like he's big. That guy. Was there a gorilla in Tekken? Was there a gorilla? I would imagine they have a gorilla. Gorilla with glasses. And he gets angry if you take off his glasses. It's like, no! And then he's like, how dare you take my glasses? I'm angry. And he goes on a rampage. And he kills you. They also have Ogre. Ogre's in there. Ogre is a guy with a hat. He's like green. But like his second phase, he turns into like an actual chimera. That's him. Ogre. And there's Devil Gene. Devil Gene. And Angel Gene. Baby, I can be your angel or your devil. I can be your angel or your devil, baby. Devil Gene. Devil Jane. Baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark. Mommy shark, do 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 do, mommy shark, do 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 do, mommy shark, do do do, mommy shark. Daddy shark, do 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 do, daddy shark, do do do, daddy. Oh, it's Father's Day. How'd you guys celebrate Father's Day? You guys have lunch with your papa? Hmm? Took him to lunch. Had a little brunch with your father. Father's Day. You guys had a great time. Father time. Quality dad time. You don't celebrate. That's fine. Father's Day is here. Father's Day. Celebrate the father in your life. Got this pink one right here. Oh, pink flowers. It looks kind of nice. I like the shading. I find coloring so relaxing, you know, especially when you're like not really like coloring the lines, you know, you're just kind of vibing, just getting the colors in there, mixing it all up. It's pretty nice, so relaxing. Double Gene. Fighting game characters are so weird, dude. I want to come up with my own fighting game and just think of the stupidest gimmicks, like the craziest fighters. I'll be like, this guy is actually like half shark, half Vegeta, and it's gonna be like a main character in our fighting game. And nobody will bat an eye. He's like, okay, yeah. Sounds legit. Chaos fighting game. Who would win? Who would you main? Would you main Rocky? Or Caper? Or Freya? We haven't had a Chaos collab in a while. I don't really want to ask again for a collab because I'm always the one starting up the collabs. And you know, if they want a collab, I think they should start it. You know, I don't want to be like always the one who's asking, you know. I feel like I don't want to be a bother, right? Right. It's been a while since we've seen Caper too. I wonder what happened to her. I hope she's okay. Nebu Frui and Yuki DLC, yeah. She's Hestia now. She's Hestia now. Not Yuki anymore. The Yuki era is over. It is Hesty Bestie now. The Hesty Bestie era begins. Nebu, Fro, and Hestia DLC. I think they're in the main game. Should be in the main game. Fighting game. I never really got into fighting games. Oh, I did when I was a kid. I feel like fighting games are most fun when you're playing next to the person you're fighting. I don't think like online fighting game works the same way. Like, I don't like it when it's like just an online ladder. I liked it back then because you're like you're with your friends and you actually like see them react to your punches and stuff, and they're like, oh, don't hit me. It's like, I'm gonna hit you. But like nowadays it just feels like, all right, whatever. The online stuff, like, not really a fan. Rather just like beat you up face to face, really. Fighting games. How you doing, Hesty Bestie? You're making progress on Wuthering Waves? Doing some Wuthering Waving? Hmm? You gonna play Wuthering Waves, FBI? Not really. I've been putting Wuwa off to like finish Genshin event. There's a Genshin event. I still do the daily still. Yeah, I'm still grinding Wuwa. I wanna get to level 40. And I'm farming up the resources. I think I wanna pull for Changli, to be honest. Because I have an Encore, and I want my second team to be based around Encore, so I might pull for Changli. Changli, not because of Changli, but more because of Encore. I tried playing Genshin again, and I have the character that I wanted, but the game is just so bland. Well, not bland, it's just like, not really bland, I take it back. It's not bland, it's actually quite fun, but it's just really tedious. Everything about it is slow compared to Wuwa. Like, everything's so slow. The climbing is so slow. The stamina, there's not enough stamina when you're starting out. So you're just like mostly falling to the floor every time you try and climb. And then Wuwa, if you run out of stamina while you're climbing, you're okay because you're just gonna slide down and you're not gonna hurt yourself. But in Genshin, if you're climbing up and then you run out of stamina, you fall down, you die. Your character dies, which is crazy. Yeah. And just the fighting in general, like it's just like really basic compared to Wuwa. Like Wuwa has like intros, outros, you know. You got like the counters, the parries, and you know the dodges. You're first starting in Genshin, you gotta be careful in stamina. I think they should change it. I think they should give us more stamina when we're starting. Wuwa gave us a lot of stamina when we were first starting, and it feels great. Like you're like climbing more, like you're discovering more things and exploring. Genshin, they just punish you for like trying to explore, which like should be the opposite of what they should be doing. Like, why are you punishing me? I just want to explore your game. Like, why you make the stamina so low when we were first starting? Yeah. Genshin could never. Yeah, the skip button too. Like, I do appreciate the skip button. Like I said, I wouldn't use it because I do like the story, but like if you think about a lot of like the daily quests and all that, like you could just like just skip. Like it's not canon, nobody cares. Like the story doesn't care, and you just skip it, and it's fine. It's great. I love the skip button. It's so good. You just skip through like the dialogue for like some of the stuff that doesn't even matter. You know, they're talking about random things that don't affect the story. I'm like, okay, just skip it. I don't know why Genshin won't do it. It's not like we need to get tested on like some of this lore, you know? Like some of the lore are like so mundane, like you just skip it. Like, do we really need to know what Shangli's doing with the boar and the cooking thing? Like, can we just skip it? You know, especially if it's like your second time playing too. It's like, why do we need to know this? Right? I still need to grind the Genshin. Yeah. Bro, it's my second account I play and currently half the stuff. I already have done most of the stuff. Yeah. I think the combat for Wuwa is the strongest part, the strongest point. Cause like, I don't think, it's hard to get bored with the combat, cause even if you're just like mindlessly farming like stuff, it's still kind of fun, cause like you still have to react to your enemies, which is like something you can't do in Genshin. In Genshin, you just like put on an element, put another element, kill the thing, put another element. I mean, Wuwa's, you're like, oh, if you're not dodging, you might die. If you're not parrying, you might die. So make sure you're doing those, reacting, like actually watching the enemy instead of just doing your own thing. It's a lot more fun. Yeah, Wuwa's combat's really fun. That's the strongest point. Which I don't understand Wuwa for like why are they doing all this other story stuff and they could just focus on the fighting? But it's the best part of the game. You know, they have to like cover it all in this dialogue. Sorry, I sneezed. I had to mute. I had to sneeze. God. I have the allergies. Ooh, Wuthering Waves. Machel. Have dust allergies? Yeah, I think this is dust allergies. Is the dust. Maybe. Dust allergies are quiet. Well, it's quiet. It's just like I have a mic on my face. It would be quiet if I didn't have a mic on my face. Quite common? Ah, quiet. Quite common. My bad. I read this quiet. Quiet. Come on. Dust allergies are quiet. Come on. Also, do you eat the green part in the watermelon? No, not really. Is it good? You tried it? It's tasty. I don't really seek out the green part of the watermelon, not gonna lie. I thought it was not edible. I thought it was just like extra fiber. It's good if you're hungry, really? Isn't it tough to eat? I don't think my stomach has enough digestive enzymes to like break that down, to be honest. I think I'll just poop it out. Not really. The green part of the watermelon, huh? I'll try it if I have the opportunity to, but I don't want to look weird in front of people while eating a watermelon. I don't want people staring at me, you know, like I'll be like eating a watermelon and then like they'll be just like I'll be like eating the green part and they'll be like staring at me and I'm like, what? Like some guy on the internet told me this works. Some guy on the internet says it's really good. And they're like, okay, what the heck, Rocky? Why are you eating the green part? It's like, dude, some guy on the internet said you could eat this. I don't want to waste food. They're like staring at me the whole time I'm trying to eat it. You like watermelon with red inside or yellow inside? I tried the yellow one and I didn't really see a difference. It just tasted like normal watermelon to me, personally. I don't know. I can't tell the difference. But aesthetically, I think I would rather eat the red one. Just because it looks nicer, I think, in my opinion. In my opinion, I think it looks more beautiful. I prefer red to yellow. But I couldn't really taste the difference. I didn't even know there was a difference in taste. Are you gonna go on a date with your GF, Orion? You're going on a date? You planning on going to dates together? You never seen a yellow one? I've seen one in California. On Sunday, what are you planning? Going to like a museum or something? Going to lunch, dinner? Might I recommend the aquarium? Movie date. Nice, nice. Movie date's nice. There's some people who think like movie dates are kind of bad, but not me. I think movie dates are swell, actually. There are like people who go like, "Oh, movie date," but you don't talk to the person, or like, what the heck? You're just like sitting in the dark, you know? Not me. I think movie dates are quite swell. You don't need to always be talking to the person you like all the time, in my opinion. I think quiet times, just being next to each other's presence, is enough most of the time. And you're enjoying a thing that you both like to watch, you know? It's a movie. The best part about a movie is the part afterwards, where you talk about the movie and you kind of like gauge each other's feelings. So I think movie dates are quite valid. Not that anyone's asking, but like, you know, just my thoughts. I do like movie dates. I'm just like looking for things to talk about, really. I was looking for things to talk about. You know, sometimes you run out of things to talk about, and you get kind of nervous while you're drawing in front of people. Yeah, movie dates are swell. Just, yeah. Movie dates. What do you think is the worst type of date that you think is like worse? Like the worst kind of date that you would rather not go to, or you think the girl wouldn't like, or the person you're dating wouldn't like, but you would not even consider? Yeah, there are worse dates than movie dates, I think. Expensive dates where the girl orders too much. Oh yeah, I don't like those. Expensive dates, orders too much. What if you're into this girl for a while and you go to a date and then she orders too much? Would that be a deal breaker? Is that a red flag? The flowers look pretty, feeling very watercolory. Thank you. Thank you. Glad you like it. Would that be a deal breaker for you? I just walk out of the place after she orders past the threshold. Past the threshold. There's like a freaking meter. Dude, there's like a freaking date meter going like this. That's funny. There's like this is the money threshold. If you're not careful, if you reach this line, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. Bye. First date should be Dutch Bay. Yes, I agree. If a girl says, "Oh, you're the man, you gotta buy the dinner," the heck is wrong with you? I'm out. Girl, we don't. You get your own food, please. This is what year is it? 2024? The heck? Girl? You don't even know each other. Exactly. Exactly, I agree. There are some girls who only date for free food, though. Like I've seen like video. I guess that's not accurate. You know, they're just videos and YouTube videos and movies and stuff. But I would imagine there are people who like to take advantage of it. I mean, it's free food. But fellas, what if? Here's a question, fellas, just for the fellas. What if you go on a date and she offers to pay? Like she wants to pay. How would you feel? How would you feel? Is that a keeper? There are people like that, giving women bad rep. Yeah, I know not all women are like that, but you know, there are men who are like that too, I guess, taking advantage of people. It's like all human nature that people give into. Don't worry, man. When I visit you, we can get expensive restaurant and you can pay for it. I would still pay for my food. It's a keeper for sure. Keeper for sure. I would feel a little strange if she suddenly says, "No, honey. I'll pay for everything." It's a little strange. I don't know. I think it's okay if it's like pre-discussed and both parties are okay with it. When it's not discussed and expected, it's like, yeah, for real. Yeah. Pay for your own food, man. Who made up this tradition that men had to pay for food? Dude, I'm all for like equality, like women's rights and all that and power. Like I'm not one of those guys who are like and I'm not Andrew Tater, okay? Just so you know. But I feel like the whole tradition of like men pay for food is kind of weird. Kind of weird. Suddenly she's actually a CEO daughter. Let me get this for you, honey. She pulls out her platinum MasterCard. Everything is on me. Hope you enjoyed our date, baby. Keeper. These rules I feel like are super ancient, like when everyone was a farmer. Yeah, exactly. Like really ancient rules. Like they'll be like, chivalry is dead. You won't pay for my food? Chivalry is dead. Red flag. Do your parents teach you manners? There's some. I think it's also like really embedded in like Asian cultures in general. I think a lot of Asian girls they would expect it. Like you would pay for the meal. Chivalry is dead, and you bring yourself and two other. We live in the modern capitalist society. I can't afford a house. How do you expect me to? Yeah, exactly. Like, it's weird. Don't. Everybody pay for their own meal. It's okay. I feel more comfortable if I pay for my own meal, because then I could eat as many as like the weirder foods or whatever, the more expensive foods. Like when somebody like if my friend offers to pay for my meal, I feel kind of like weird. Like, should I order more? Should I order the thing I want, or should I like watch myself because they're paying for the food and I hate it? Like, let me pay for my own food. Especially like here in Japan, people like to pay for your food, and I hate it. It's like one of my pet peeves. Like they'll invite you to dinner. And then you expect betsu betsu, right? You want to pay for your own meal because like you want to get whatever you want. And at the end they're like, oh no, I got this. Yeah. Stop that. You let me pay for my own meal, or we're not friends anymore. It's so weird. Like, why are you doing this? I got this. No, but I'll be like, no, thank you, wow. I appreciate it. But deep down, I'm like, dude, you're making me feel bad. Like, just let me pay for my own food. And splurge on everyone. Yeah, no! Let me pay for my own meal! Gosh dang it, I feel bad because I usually eat a lot, or I usually order like expensive items, and you're like, oh god, no, please, let me pay for my own thing. I'm an adult, I'm not a kid, I could pay for my own meal. my Asian friends love doing this. They'll have fights based on who will pay for the meal. It's like, I got this. No, 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 I got this. I got this. No, I got this. So they're busting out their freaking cards. It's like, dude, let's just like pay for our own things, and peace will be restored throughout the lands. There's no need for this. Everyone can buy their own food. Everyone's an adult. Nobody needs to show off. Nobody wants to see your like freaking platinum MasterCard or whatever. Great investment. No, let me pay for this. I got this. They'll be sneaky people too. Like the really sneaky friends. They will like while you're eating, they'll pretend they go to the toilet or whatever. And then when it's time to pay your own meal, the clerk will say, "Oh, they already paid for it. They already paid." It's like, hey, bro. Bro. It's like freaking playing 3D chess or whatever. You gotta keep an eye on them. Like they go to the restrooms, like, oh, I know what you're doing. Don't do it. I know what you're trying to do. Don't do it. I won't appreciate it. Just like, just get on your seat. Let me pay for my own meal. 3D chess. I like being a baller and playing for my friends when I can, but I won't do it unless I know I'm fully stable at the time, so they not know I'm making a sacrifice. That's true, but like it just makes me feel bad because I ate the food. I expect to pay for the food. Like I don't expect you. Like when it's a surprise, it's like the thing. Like when they don't tell you beforehand that they're paying for it, then I feel bad because like I ate all this stuff and I expected to pay for it, and then suddenly, like, you go to the restroom and you already paid for the meal. It's like, dude, come on, man. Right? I don't know if you feel the same way. I think it's just me. It's just a pet peeve of mine. Then you feel bad. I don't know. I feel bad. Like, why are you doing this? What are you trying to prove? Like, I'm an adult. I have a job. I can pay for my own meal, please. Don't do it. Has to be agreed upon. Yeah, exactly. If it's agreed upon beforehand, if my friend's like, "Hey, buddy, I know this restaurant. Like, I'll treat you." It's like, okay, I get it. All right. They said they'll treat me. I'll order was it conservatively. But then if they go like, okay, let's go eat dinner somewhere, it's like, okay, and then afterwards they sneak to the bathroom and they say, oh, I paid for the meal actually. Like, dude, why are you doing this to me? It feels kind of patronizing a little bit when they do it like as a surprise. Like, oh, okay, you're not an adult, you're a little kid. Let me pay for you like your parent. It's like, well, what are you trying to prove? Come on. We're all adults here. Let me pay for my food. You feel like, oh yeah, it feels like I think it's like also an Asian thing because I'm an Asian and I feel like I owe them something. I like it better when it's upfront, but I'm generally a pretty blunt person. I think, yeah. I'm not against free food, but I gotta know beforehand. Like you gotta tell me that you're gonna treat me. Don't make it like a surprise or something. Like, come on. It's simple. I'm an easy man to please. I think they're doing it out of the kindness of their heart. Yeah, I know that, but I can see how it makes one. Yeah, it's a me problem. I get that they're being kind people, but it's just like the way I feel. Honestly, I don't blame them. It's just the way my mind works. I guess like a lot of Asians, I don't like the feeling of like owing someone something. I feel like a Lannister that I gotta pay the debts. A Lannister must always pay their debts. Oh my god. Like now I owe you. I need to pay for that meal, dude. Can't be like this. The blush looks so cute. Thank you. I just like painting colors. Colors are so fun. So relaxing, you know? Just like dabbing a little colors here and there. Little color splashes. Coloring is the most fun part of any artwork, I think. I do like line work too. When I'm lazy, I don't color and stuff, but like, I think when I can, I try to do colors because it's just like so fun. Blending together the colors. Picking the right colors. You know? I'm not saying I'm good at coloring or anything like that. I'm just saying it's pretty fun. It's the most fun part of any piece. Oops. It's looking pretty good so far, I think. I think that your more painterly pieces have super nice vibe, and your cel-shaded chibis are just straight up profesh. Oh, thank you so much. I do appreciate the compliments. Yeah. I really like how you place the chibis in the photos. It's about chibis. Chibis in the photos. Doko. The chibis. Welcome back, Orion. Welcome back, buddy. Oh, my portfolio. I see, I see. How's the art going? Doing pretty good. Just doing some art. Some artsy fartsy stuff. I think I've grown old enough to know that my taste in a partner needs to be someone who appreciates art. I think it's such a massive, like, not a red flag, but like, it just like gets me less excited to know when somebody like doesn't know art and doesn't like want to get involved in it. I feel like art is such a big part of my life that if someone just like doesn't even want to try and like understand it, I feel like I will never connect to that person. Oh, and artistry. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, really good at knowing how to place characters. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, artistry. Right? Like imagine you're like dating someone, right? And you tell them like all your dreams and stuff, like you want to like draw and all this, and then they're like, oh, okay. and they don't have like the same passion as you or whatever, it feels kind of bad. Like it feels like they're on a different like they just like don't. You're not in the same page, you know. I really struggle with placing characters in settings. Oh yeah, me too. I just took photos I took of like Tokyo and stuff, and I just like drew characters in it. It's really hard to draw backgrounds, so I just like took photos. I feel like it works. Just like take photos and like slap some characters on it. I'm gonna work on my photo taking skills too. I'm a little bad at it. Oh yeah, thank you so much. I did have a lot of fun making those pieces. I remember I did them because I did this presentation for a stream where I had to like talk about my trip to Tokyo, and I couldn't take pictures of myself because I don't want to like show like what's it called? I didn't want to immersion break, but I did want to like include the photos, so I just like placed my character in the photos of Tokyo, and I had a lot of fun putting him in there. Some water. Holy heck, it's been 3 hours. So usually when I'm drawing stuff that I don't like drawing, I would look at the time and I would be like, oh, it's not 2 hours yet. I still have to draw. But when I'm like just chilling and chatting, you know, just time just passes by so fast. Relativity, I guess. You know, when you're enjoying conversations, you know, this time just like slipped by. Sometimes I'm just drawing and nobody's talking, and it feels like it goes on forever. Like, holy heck. Like, oh, I have to keep drawing. But like, when you have good company, you know, just like chatting and chilling, vibing, time goes by so fast. Well, that does mean I have to finish soon though. I'll go finish my coding. Alright, good luck with that, buddy. Good luck with your coding. Coding stuff. Taking too long to finish. Dude, I remember trying to learn HTML. Because like that's like the coding language for websites and stuff. And it didn't took too long until it's like completely useless. Like nobody uses HTML anymore. Like, okay. Like people using like JavaScript. And I think they're just using like something else now. They're using Python or whatever. It's like, what's the point of learning? I know, yeah. Like, there's so many things you gotta learn. I'm like, oh gosh. Like, I barely learned like HTML, and suddenly like there's other things you gotta learn now. Lots of CSS and JavaScript and HTML mixed together for a website. Yeah. I had noticed, like, there's too many stuff. Too much stuff. You can barely learn Japanese. I think my main focus for now is like trying to learn Japanese actually. I've noticed how hard it is, like socially, living here without Japanese, with just like basic understanding of it. Feels quite lonely. You can't really connect with people too well without Japanese, no matter how hard you try. Like even if they're like people who want to learn English, you're not gonna be connecting to them in the same way. And it's been like that for me for a long time. I often in my friend groups, I do feel kind of like a token foreigner, you know, like, oh, let's invite the foreigner because like he's interesting and he's from a different country. But I never like really fit in with my friend group, like as a person that people will want to get to know. I feel like an English version of like, I don't know, like Natsuki from abroad in Japan. I'm like, oh, the funny foreigner guy, you know. It is sad. It is sad. Hey Mark, how you doing, buddy? But that's how it is. If you don't know Japanese and you live in Japan, that's gonna be your friend group. You're the token foreigner guy, you know? Or you're gonna hang out with other
hi,
foreigners,
Mark.
basically. And I've been dating for a while, and it feels like a lot of my dates, I'm just being kind of treated as like token foreign guy. It's so interesting. You're so foreign. But I feel like I'll never really connect with a person like in a way that's substantial unless I learn the language. Even then, I think there's some people here, some foreigner guys here that say even if you do understand the language, you'll never really be part of the culture. You know, they'll never really be part of like the vibes, I guess. Doing fine, taking a break from Pokemon Rogue. I know how that feels all throughout my life because K-pop blew up. I got a lot of, I want to date you because you're Asian. You're Korean. Yeah. Yeah. Lurk. Alright, alright, see you later. I'm almost done, guys, don't worry. We'll just like do a little bit of finishing touches here. 3 hours is quite a while. Just trying to get this finished. Doing a little bit of layering here. Taking colors from the flowers and putting it on the hair. You know, a little bit of unity. How long do you typically like streaming? I usually stream just around like 2 hours. 2 to 3 hours. My school was like that. There was a Korean student last year. They kept stalking him. Yeah. The Korean culture like really blew up. Like cause of K-pop. Like everybody wants to be with a Korean. And I think a lot of Koreans know, like for real. Like if you're like looking, if you're interested in like dating like a Korean, they would know exactly. Like, okay, you're like one of those Korea boos. You know, because it's so obvious. It's like that's like the dominant like culture right now. Like not culture, I mean like dominant like music genre or yeah, people really want to get into. Koreans know Korea boo when they see one because they don't treat us like humans. Yeah, exactly. It's like you're like a token. It's like, oh, there's a person that's kind of like the person I see in K-pop, so they're interesting. I really do want to like learn more Japanese. I want to make more meaningful connections in Japan. It's been too long since like I feel like most of my friends are like it's gonna sound sad, but like most of them I met through online and streaming, you know. If I chose not to VTube and chose not to stream, I think my life here in Japan would be a lot worse. I think a lot more lonely. You know, I say this a lot, but it's true. Like, it's hard to make meaningful connections in a country that you don't speak the language and right, and you don't like quite understand the culture. That's why I streamed too back then, right? Exactly. Wish I could stream. You could stream. There's some programs in the phone apps and get it through your phone. I think there's one called I forgot what it's called, but they have like a built-in VTuber model that you could kind of customize. You could stream through that. It's like a phone app. You gotta pay for it though, I think. I made content forever and I just wanted to do all the time forever. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really like doing this for money or fame or anything. I'm just here to like chill. You know, just catch up with the gang. I'll probably go insane if I don't. I mean, living in Japan, you know, on your own for a while. Not really that many people to talk to, you know. I should be learning Japanese instead. Probably a better use of my time. Yeah. She's got anime hair. Anime hair. Anime hair. Yeah, same. I just want to make enough to live. Exactly. Just make enough to live. Just fund my hobbies. That's everybody's dream, I think. Just to have a hobby that makes money. Not need to be rich. Just enough to get by. A little sniffy. Just doing a little layer of colors here. Adding a little more complexity to the colors. Prisma app. I just this isn't my hobby for me anymore since it's the only work I do right now. It's kind of become my lifeline. But I chose to it so I do what I do. So it's a story behind. What's the story behind my spaghetti? Oh, you've noticed the spaghetti. It's for you. You should eat it. I made it just for you. Just a minute. It's not moldy! It's not moldy! I made it with love. Here. It's for you. Eat it. It's not moldy, they're lying. They're lying. It's made... What's in it? What's in it? It has love and spaghetti. They say it's as old as you. No way. They don't say that. This is fresh. Just like how your grandmama made it. It's fresh spaghetti. Eat it. What does love taste like? Should have not noticed the spaghetti. No, I'm glad you brought it up. See, now I was reminded that you still have to eat this. Why don't you eat it? It's been here. It tastes like red. Who touched my spaghetti? Eat the spaghetti. Who touched my spaghetti? Eat the spaghetti. Gosh dang it, guys. Eat the dang spaghetti. It's been here. It's been here for a while. You gotta eat it. I'll save it for you for later. But you gotta finish it. You gotta finish it. Guys, you can't be wasting food. Eat the spaghetti. I learned it from a great Italian recipe from Napoli. So you must eat it. See you guys when the spaghetti isn't there? What? No, it'll be here waiting for you. Don't worry. Don't worry, it'll be here waiting for you. I'll be right here waiting for you. No matter where you go, no matter your flow, the spaghetti right here waiting for you. We're waiting for you. You gotta finish it. You kind of just spawn when Rocky mentioned the spaghetti. She is the spirit of the spaghetti. When you mention the spaghetti, she appears. Hesty Bestie, guardian of spaghetti. Guardian of spaghetti. You guys remember that one video from I think it was like Miss Universe or something? And she was like, from the shores of Hawaii, from the beaches of Hawaii. That was so funny. I don't know why I remembered it, but it's so random. I'm gonna stream tomorrow on YouTube. Good idea. I had carbonara spaghetti earlier. Couldn't finish it. I had to save it for tomorrow or something. That sounds really good though. Carbonara. Did you do it Italian style? Did you use raw eggs and cheese? Cause I think there's two different ways to make carbonara. You could make it the right way or the wrong way. I think. The bad ways is to use cream. That's the like American way that isn't correct. You have to actually use raw eggs, and it tastes better. Tastes better. Use the raw eggs. Why don't you use the raw eggs? It's good. Eat it the wrong way because the raw egg scares me. Except for the raw yolk. In Japan, we just like eat raw egg. They just like, you just put it on rice and it's good. I eat raw eggs for breakfast sometimes. Just put it on my rice. In a way, the rice kind of cooks it too, like just a little bit. If your rice is hot enough, then it just like kind of cooks it a little bit, but not fully. But it's completely safe to eat. What does raw egg taste like? It just tastes like if you ever had like sunny side up that isn't like fully cooked, it just tastes like that. The yolk just tastes like how a yolk would be if you had like a sunny side up and you kind of like poke the yolk a little bit. It just tastes like that. It's not really too different, it's just a little gooier. Yeah, you can over here because of the egg farming practices. Over there over here you might get salmonella. Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't eat raw egg in like America or Canada. But raw egg in Japan, recommend it. It's pretty good. It's completely safe. I think they pasteurize it or whatever. I don't know the whole process, but they made it safe to eat raw. People just like put it on their natto rice, and they just eat it like that. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's some restaurants that only like they only serve raw egg and rice. It's like a breakfast thing. Raw egg and rice. Like they would put like chopped up spring onions, negi, and they would put I don't know, like natto or something, some pickles. Real talk though, if I were to live in Japan, I just live at Matsuya and eat gyudon. Bro, that's me right now. That's me right now, dude. It's not that I don't like cooking. It's just that I don't like cleaning. I don't want to I don't want to pull stuff out of the kitchen and like get all these dishes and like I don't want to clean the kitchen. So I just like eat out. It's not healthy and it's not good for your wallet. But I don't want to clean. It's cheaper for a single person, yeah. But you can make it so that when you go grocery shopping, it's actually cheaper. You just gotta be smart with your purchases. Like, there's a moment at night where, like, if you shop just before the store closes, you can actually get a lot of cheap deals for, like, meat and stuff. And you can make it super cheap. If you're single, it's, like, super cheap, too. Like me, you're single. Like, you go to the grocery store, everything's cheap. Bento, the animation? No, I haven't. What is it? Bento? I haven't seen that. Bento. What's it about? About fighting to the death for discount bentos? That sounds metal as heck. Fighting to the death for discount bentos, dude. It sounds like just a regular American Black Friday. That sounds really metal. Sounds like Food Wars. Is that the one anime where like they eat like food and then they go like, kimochi? Food Wars is actual cooking though. And this is fighting straight up. Umai! I've seen like memes of Food Wars, dude. It's insane. Like you see like girls like eating the food and they go like, oh. the heck's going on? But that was more of a marketing tactic. The later seasons are serious. Wow. I do want to watch it for the whole eating foodgasm thing. It's insane, dude. They're like eating food and they go oh, sugoi, kimochi. I mean, you know the food is good when it'll reach that type of pleasure. I have gyudon or ramen. Gyudon's nice. Ramen, nice. Fun fact: the Japanese consider ramen as Chinese food. Like, as Americans, when you think of ramen, you're like, oh, ramen, it's like the thing Naruto eats, right? Like, it's super Japanese. But when you go here, they consider ramen as Chinese food. Like, it's when they ask you, oh, what's your favorite Japanese food? And then you say ramen, and they're like, isn't that Chinese food? For the longest time, like, I see like, oh, okay, Naruto eats ramen and all this food blogs about Japan. Oh, you gotta try the ramen. And then when you go over here, they're like, oh, it's Chinese food. Like jjajangmyeon for Korean. Yeah, Koreans see. Oh yeah, exactly. It's like that. Yeah, like that's why they serve it usually with gyoza. You know, the pot stickers. And the gyoza, I thought for the longest time was also Japanese. Like, I know the Chinese does it too, but it was like the Japanese style of that. But the Japanese, they consider gyoza as also Chinese. It's a Chinese dish. Like Americans, right? When we think of Chinese, we think of like Panda Express, like orange chicken, Kung Pao chicken. In Japan, when they think of Chinese, they think of ramen and gyoza. That's and chowhang, which is like fried rice. Which we think Chinese too in America, really. But yeah, chowhang, ramen, gyoza. That's all NA Chinese food. Yeah, it's not really Chinese, honestly. I bet if like a Japanese person came here and in America, and they're like, "Oh, my favorite food is American food is Kung Pao chicken," and then they'll be like, "It's Chinese, isn't it? Isn't that Chinese food?" It's like, no. Yeah, I guess if you think about it, a lot of like the things we consider in America as like foreign foods are actually like made in America. Like when you California rolls, right? Like I don't see a lot of California rolls in Japan. I don't see a lot of roll sushi to begin with. Most of the sushi here, they look like this. It's just like sushi and then there's like rice. This is the sushi most of the time. In America, you'll see a lot of these like sushi that look like this. This is not as common in Japan. This is mostly, it feels like this is mostly an American thing because I rarely see it. Even like dynamite rolls in California, yeah, they're not really a thing. And if they are, they'll say it's like American style. Like, this is California roll, like exactly. Like they would have it. They would just list it as like actual, like, oh, this is California roll. Not like a thing. You would find it in like the conveyor belt sushi places. NA is a maki culture, yeah. I don't see a lot of like maki rolls here. Most of the sushi I see are like the nigiri type. onigiri. I'm just messing around with colors, it's like blending stuff around. I think we're finished, maybe. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think this is pretty good already. I think I could stop here. Let me see. I do have work tomorrow, so I can't stay up too late. It's already midnight. So I think we're gonna end it here. NA would never call maki maki. It's sushi. Yes, exactly. I remember when I told Stu that sushi is only rice with fish on top and maki roll is all rolls. And he's like, for real? Yeah, when Americans think of sushi, they think it's like the roll, the actual. If it's not a roll, it's like not sushi. And then if you bring them a nigiri and they're like, that's not sushi, that's just sashimi on top of rice. Also, another thing, in America, when we have to eat wasabi, I get told this, like the wasabi, right? Like we eat it, and then they'll tell us like, oh, all the Japanese people love wasabi. In Japan, the wasabi is stronger, like it's even more potent in Japan. And you go here and you eat the wasabi here, like especially like the freshly grated ones. It's super mild. It's actually way milder than in America, like the tube sushi you find in America. The wasabi here is not as strong, but all my life I've been told like, oh, in Japan like the wasabi is like next level. The people there love it, and it's like super mild over here. Also, like a lot of Japanese people don't even like wasabi. Yeah. A lot of like the people here don't even eat it. They're like, oh, we're not even gonna eat the wasabi. So a lot of it is like just like wrong. Like wasabi is not such like a freaking universal thing over here, where it's like you gotta put it on everything. They add artificial yeah, exactly. That's why it tastes so strong, because they put artificial things. And it's also like the tube sashi the tube wasabi you get in like the foreign restaurants like in America, they're not real wasabi. They're like a type of horseradish, because wasabi is actually the wasabi plant. It's actually super like hard to grow. You need like specific conditions to actually grow it. Like if you want real wasabi, you actually need to go to Japan. Because like the things you find in tubes like in America, like they're not actually like the real plant. They're like horseradish, like a similar plant but not exactly. They lose the nose flare effect after 15 seconds. Yeah. To be honest, you prefer the fake wasabi, you like the stronger one? I could see that. I like the taste of wasabi, really. But I think I prefer the freshly grated one myself personally. It's like a world of difference. It's just like much milder, and it's just like tastes different. Like you could actually enjoy the taste of wasabi and like not struggling to like breathe. It's like the artificial wasabi, so it's way too strong sometimes. Yeah, it feels fresh. Anyways, I think this is it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me just write my signature here real quick. Oops. Right. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. I'll see you next time. Let's see who we can raid tonight. Let's raid somebody tonight. I didn't raid last time because I didn't raid yesterday because I had like a headache and I need to end like super fast. Well, we could raid someone tonight. Right, to the Geki. Thank you so much for watching. Let me Let's raid somebody. Raid somebody. Someone like you. Oh, let's raid Kimmy Sparkles, huh? Sounds like a great idea. That's right. Raid Kimmy Sparkles. Sparkles. She's playing Ocean Permit. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. See you. Bye bye. Eat the spaghetti. Eat the damn spaghetti.